Hello, my name is Leopoldo Ernesto. I'm lecturer at the Technical University of Valencia, and I'm giving support for developing Facilino for Robotica Facil. Okay, so with this video, I just simply want to call for contributions in order to translate Facilino to other tools, so that it can be used mostly for people and kids in their own language. Okay, so Facilino, as you know, it's a block programming tool which is based on Blockly, and there are many text entries that are language dependent. Okay, so every text you see here, it's a text entry or field that it's language dependent, and you can change your language just simply by selecting the proper language, and then everything changes. Okay, so in order to have this cool feature, we need a translation tool. Okay, so we have created a tool which is Facilino Translate, which you can simply access by clicking here in this icon, and you will be directed to Facilino Translate tool. Okay, this tool, actually what it's doing, it's taking all the blocks of Facilino and giving you or providing you with the original English text and the corresponding translation. By default, the language is English, so this translation corresponds exactly. So this text here, it's exactly the same as that one. Okay, but you can select a different language in order to be to translate Facilino. Okay, so here you have a list of languages, okay, in which there are already existing translations. Some of them has been reviewed, others are just simply translations coming from Google Translate. Okay, so if your native language is listed here, then you can contribute directly by accessing to your language. If not, just simply select your English, your language as English, and put your translations here. Okay, or ask us to include your language to be listed here. Okay, so and then wait to be listed here. Okay, so the idea with this translation tool is that you can modify every text that appears in Facilino by modifying these fields here. Okay, so imagine that we have a translation into Spanish. Okay, we change the translation into Spanish, and then it's updated. So now all the text here correspond to the already translated Spanish version. And imagine that you want to, for instance, instead of having functions, you want to have, for example, just función in a singular. So we change the name, and automatically it will change the name here too. This feature is also possible to have it here with every block that appears in Facilino. For example, this block here, we could translate it like función sin retorno. Okay, that could be a candidate name or a translation for this thing here to be appeared in the instruction. Okay, so as you can see, it's quite easy. So you have a lot of entries here that you can help us to translate to the proper syntax and in your own native language. But in the end, what you have to do is go up and just simply download the Facilino JSON file and send it us to email the support email address. Okay, so I'm giving the support, so it's soporte@roboticafacil.es. You can send us the file there, and we will immediately update the translation tool. Another option you can do is that instead of using this online tool, the problem with this online tool is that you have to do all the translation, and if you want to see the changes reflected, then you have to wait until we upload and we verify your translation. If you want to test and play around with this translation tool, what you can do is to access to our GitHub project, okay, in this URL here, and just simply download the zip and uncompress to any folder. Once uncompressed, you will have this structure here, and you have to access to Roboblox folder. And inside the Roboblox folder, there's an HTML folder. And inside that folder, there are one main file that you have to open is this web page here. It's Facilino translate.html with Firefox. Okay, it's the only browser currently works with local files. Okay, otherwise you can create a local server. Okay, but it's easy to just simply open it with Firefox. Okay. So this file, this web page is exactly the same as that one. Okay, so it's exactly the same web page. The difference is that once you download the file, the Facilino JSON file, then you can just simply copy and paste it and replace it with that one. And then your translations will appear immediately. Okay, so this is actually the process we do when we update your translation. We update after verifying your translations. We overwrite this file here. Okay, so this will do all the modifications in your native language. So thank you for listening, and we are hoping you can send us your translations to contribute to this project. Thank you.